Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We have just entered Herpsong, which is one of the minor maps of the Twin Elms settlement, where the leaden key are holed up, so we should explore. Wait, they have a pet Stelgeir? That's kind of amazing. Also, we got a pop-up from an event. A wealthy noble by the name of Lord Sidrock has arrived at the stronghold. He was nearly set upon by brigands on the road, but your patrols intervened. Can I do anything about it? Ah, we got a prestigious visitor, so we'll get a bonus to prestige while he's here. Sweet. Anything else we can do here? How's the construction coming? 1 day and 3 hours. Do I have all the hirelings I want? Let's get as many as we can. There's usually like a cap. I'm not sure how much it is. Let's get Vagabond Scald. The Shock Mage. There we go. Cap reached. They're kind of cheap, I think. So might as well. Estramore, still. Who's Estramore? Is that like Stranger? The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. He glances at your gear before favoring you with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city? The 6 tribes of Air Glanfaf welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Herpsong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. Those are forbidden to Estramorvn. What can you tell me about Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Glanfafans, as it is the place where our ancestors first encountered the Builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the Builders' relics. When the Builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It is the only place in Air Glanfaf where this is permitted. The sacred city is divided into 4 districts. Herpsong, the Commons district. Old Song, the site of our temples. Elms Reach, home of Delimgan and Druids. And the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred place in the city. Let's not go through that. Why is it forbidden for me to enter the remaining districts of Twin Elms? Sacred city, blah blah blah. The Estramorvn, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words triggered something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly, the image fades. The leaders of one of the tribes could give you permission of the city. Only Anna Menfath Bethvl is present in the passage of the 6 today, and she has her own troubles. Maybe I can help her. Thank you. Keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended, and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once again. Awesome! So maybe I can get back there and do some side quests.
Hard to believe it's the same country.
I do like the look of this place. Can I grab this?
Slow and silent.
Is there anything hidden? No. Well, let's see what we have to deal with. The passage of the 6, that's where I'll need to go for the elder to give me permission. A lot of homes. Let's just get through to the main bit first. Wait, who are you? Oh, that's one of those. Never mind. Grab this. Oh, that's stealing. There's a new icon for stealing since the patch. But I can grab that. And let's head in. Now, where's your elder? Kroze? What are these things? The guided compass. Keepers of the stone. Whatever.
Another Estramore. What do you want?
Careful. This woman's young for an elder, and looking to prove herself, I think. I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
Few Estramoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estramoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Perhaps we can work out an arrangement. I have no wish to cause a stir. I'm afraid not.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly, you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamenfaf continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamfath Shimak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
So wait, I almost thought that was Thaos controlling her. But is she a cipher, maybe? A vision of an Orland man appears near Bethul. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with them. He points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamfatha. Another Orland with tawny fur and scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orland, and 2 elves. So is this like your ancestor? Very well. I don't have the perception, damn it. Good then. She looks as if she's about to say more, but instead she begins to turn from you. The spectral Orland takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward, as if struggling against the gale. The angry Anamanfath winces. War. They're headed for war. Remind them of Fern's warning. I see the soul of an old Orlan Anamfath with your eyes hovering right next to you. Ther's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the Anamantha. I tried to tell them. The Builder's soul have touched even the Estermorn.
You'd better explain yourself.
There are other souls in this place, and in you. You must listen to them. Listen to what? Right now my ears hear only your nonsense. The Builder's soul have touched even the Estermorn.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Yes, I'm a watcher. That explains much.
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamfath of our tribe then. When the Estramoric farmers defiled the Builder's monuments, Feralt urged the other Anamfatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the Builders as we do. He also believed the Builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
After 2 wars with the Durwood, his warnings are more relevant than ever.
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of a polished Adra cube flashes into your mind. There is writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The Anamanthaf turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. So give them something else to remember. Actually, your choices can't... You can't change the past, but your choices now will matter. Yes, that is the problem.
Another Estremor came through here a few days ago and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estremoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
It's gotta be Thaos, right? That sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin Elms from Estremoran to protect the ancient places that the Builders left behind. The Builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Adra cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
I know!
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
Sweet! We got access! Amazing! Let's head on back out. Oh, that was a burp. Sorry about that. That's gross. And kinda funny. And we should head over to... Can I choose where I want to go now? Like, if we go over here... Let's see if we don't see anything on the way that we want to talk about, or talk to, or investigate. Oh, hello. The guard places a spear between you and the path that leads beyond the gates. Still, Estremor, the rest of the city is forbidden except by order of one of the Anamanthaf. Trespassing in Twin Elms is punishable by death. I come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. The guard scowls and looks at his companion, who nods back. He turns to you again, his knuckles whitening around the shaft of his spear. Always too cozy with the Estremorn. Go then, and mind your step around the sacred stones. Yay! So we should have access to everything but the Burial Isle now. Amazing! Is there anything else we want to check out here? The Celestial Sapling could be cool. But we wanted to head to, what was it? Elm's Reach. So that is our next destination. It does sound like Thaos is gonna be hanging out at the Burial Isle, so we'll need to get permission to get over there. Well, let's see where we want to go. Ter Evron, wasn't it? Well, let's head over there. This is a really nice place. I like the looks of this. They're like in tune with nature. Anything cool here? No? Just warriors and Stelgar standing around, telling tall tales? So let's head over the bridge. What?
You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara Ix Incios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer.
You honor me, Grand Inquisitor. Iavara Ix Incios. I heard that name. Where have I heard that name?
It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch. The tide is against us now. We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court.
How would we reach her?
Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution.
But how would we get Iavara to move to Isonius?
You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Okay. So, who's this person? Do I have, like, anything about her in my cyclopedia? She's not going to be in Deities. And she's not going to be there either. Saints War? No. No. Is she like the founder of an empire? I'm sure we'll get more answers as we progress. Hi. Two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great trees that camouflage them. Their skin is tree bark, ridged and scaly, wreathed in a curling tangle of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs beneath the shade of serrated leaves, like the drooping branches of the elms above, and the pupils of their eyes are encircled by hundreds or even thousands of concentric rings, as if to mark the accumulated wisdom of millennia.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. It would pay the debt of his predecessor.
No!
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
I seek a man who came through here. It sounds as though you have already met him.
There, by his own admission, Sheetha.
Really, sister? And you wonder why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer. Clearly that man did not want to be followed. Whatever the relationship here, I suspect it is anything but cordial. The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Thaos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
Stopping him might end Waidwen's legacy.
Ah, so you do.
Wait, did I pick another one?
I should have seen it when you first approached.
Whoops. Oh, that works, I guess.
We are slipping in our advanced age, sister.
I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake and something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end.
I just need to get to Thaos.
I am sorry to tell you this, but Thaos cannot give you what you seek, nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
What's she mean? I thought Merwold said... This is permanent? I'm sorry. We did not come down this road together to be refused passage by a pair of talking saplings. To be chained to such a past. A bitter and grievous thing, Watcher. So this has all been for nothing and I'm going to lose my mind?
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away?
I had to believe in something.
You would rather believe in a comforting falsity than accept a hard truth.
That's not what I said.
A common trait among your kind. Endearing in some ways, but it is an obstruction. A lie within a lie. It is only when you face that truth, abandon hope of salvation, and digest its uncompromising absoluteness, that a soul's true nature is laid bare. However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Sheetha?
I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
What is it?
The man Thaos you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain.
Well, at least one of my previous lives, I was an inquisitor for the Leaden Key.
But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end.
My past comes to me in pieces. How do I unlock the rest?
You might wait for it to come on its own, of course, but when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition.
Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
Like Thaos?
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does.
Not that he would tell you, of course.
You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms, the soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Thaos' path many times, in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
You said you know where he went.
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, sun and shadow.
May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people.
He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means.
Is there another way to get to him?
We know of one. On the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Braeth Yaman. A shortcut, in fact.
Well, these people are not gonna like that.
Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go.
What do you mean, with the help of the gods?
The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach sun and shadow. The court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage.
What is this court?
No more than a ruin now. It is older than we, a place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
How would I ever get the gods to help me?
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
Who should I pray to? Any god you can, I should think.
I would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake the feeling is shared.
Okay, I can do that.
Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
I wish to undo the harm he's caused.
You would need to have twice as many lifetimes as he to repair his savage work.
But perhaps there are strides you can make.
All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours.
Alright, that was pretty exciting. Should I get in here and, pray? I think we'll do that and then we'll head back to the Endless Path and explore that some more. We should probably be able to progress a bit now, a few levels higher. However, that is going to be a tale for another day. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.